And if we look on, let's just say something like a DeFi Llama, right? You guys see my screen, yeah. If we look at something like a DeFi Llama, right? We look at Fantom. Fantom has $5.14 billion in total value locked up across the whole chain itself. And if we click on Avalanche, 12 billion, right? So we have a disparity of five. So the difference is like in terms just dollar for dollar, right? Like Fantom's a much better deal. It's much lower in the market cap rankings. Obviously, if you look at it, right, 5.4 versus like $12 billion, right? I mean, there's just dollar for dollar. It's a much better deal than I would say Avalanche is right now. Avalanche is actually starting to get a little bit of problems with its gas fees, which is pretty insane. So that's a pretty interesting sort of little thing that we're starting to see. And then you'll actually get like, I mean, just to give you a full like sort of what's going on in terms of like a lot of these chains. The only chain that I see that it might actually be able to scale and actually increase its TPS and its ability to actually onboard and process more smart contracts will probably end up being Fantom. Probably in the future, I'll be talking about Pulse Chain, but since Pulse Chain isn't here right now, then we're just mostly going to be talking about this right now. But it has quite a lot of projects on here. If we scroll all the way down, we're talking about 78. I think there's a little bit more, but some of them aren't being counted. But like 78 projects on Fantom, and versus where we go to Avalanche, right? Let's go down 78 versus 72. So they're almost the same amount of projects, but in terms of like how many people are actually using it, I find Miner Finance, LOL. Oh my God, Grow. No. Oh no. What? No way. Grow's on Avalanche? No way. Oof. Oh my God. Well, I ain't gonna explain that story. Anyway, yeesh. Anyway. So yeah, but if you look at them in terms of market cap, right? Let's just go to market cap, right? So we're talking about let's just call this 25 billion, and the other one 5 billion, right? So we're talking about it literally Avalanche is 5 times more expensive than Fantom, but Fantom has half the amount of money that Avalanche does. So just from dollar to dollar comparing them, just Fantom's a much better deal. I'm seeing a lot more user onboarding. And I think the community is just a lot better. We're just mostly getting farmers based on Avalanche. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm seeing right now in terms of that. So in terms of let's just say like Fantom, right? Let's just go to Fantom real quick. $2.16, $2.5 billion market. Oh, I'm sorry, $5.4 billion market cap. A lot of volume and stuff like that. I mean, it's a pretty interesting coin. You can buy this coin right now in terms of the cheapest place to buy it. I'd say it is Gemini Exchange. So one interesting thing why I've also bought it as well. It's not the only reason, but I'm earning quite a lot of yield on the entire ecosystem itself. But one thing that I do like about Fantom is it's not on Coinbase yet. It's on Gemini. So Gemini is always like a leading factor. So if your coin gets on Gemini, at some point it will be listed on Coinbase. So there's going to be a coin. There's still a Coinbase pump for Fantom, which is pretty fucking cool. And at that point, you kind of want to pick this coin up before that kind of pump happens. And right now we're on sort of a dip down, but this is pretty relative, right? So anyone who was in the quarter 4 courses, this coin was $1.10, right? So actually, let me explain this. Actually, Alpha, dude, those bridges stay clogged with all the money coming into FTM. Got to wait hours or days depending on the liquidity available. Yeah. So there's so much money onboarding into Fantom right now that the bridges are like running out of Fantom. The foundation the other day had to give, I think any swap bridge about 9.6 million Fantom in order to accommodate people coming in. And then so what's going on right now is we're seeing a transition from so if you kind of look at what's happened since the prices went down. Actually, we were starting to get the migration of people leaving Avalanche. Oh my God. So Avalanche just recently, right, hit about 140. Let's just look at the last 14 days, right? Pretty much just sitting up here at $1.30, $1.42, and boom, right? So you've had a kind of correction down with the rest of the market, but I was already starting to see money flowing from Avalanche going into Fantom. And this is just the rotations that is going on. So as soon as people get a certain amount, like 2x, 3x on their money, they start rotating it to the next, essentially, because a lot of these guys are farming, they're start saying like, oh shit, my money, I've already 3-4x, the run's probably over. Let me move it to the next ecosystem. So we're starting to get more money going on to Fantom from the Avalanche people. Since Solana hasn't moved and a couple of the other coins haven't moved, people get bored, right? So people start moving their money to see what they see action. So people start front running stuff, right? And that's how you make money right now in the thing. The FTM bridge, all you got to do is wait a while for that. You can also choose to send a different type of asset. You can try to do USDC or DAI, possibly. That might be a lot faster. Personally, like if I send money over the bridge, I send it and I'm not really waiting that much. You can also try maybe Spirit Swap as well. Spirit Swap has a bridge that's not connected to the same bridge that is used on Spooky Swap. Yeah. But that's pretty much the first coin on the list, which is Fantom, right? So that's what I've been buying. I bought a pretty sizable amount recently as well. If this goes a little lower than this, since I already bought it basically the $2.20 price point, if it goes a little bit lower, let's just say I'm able to catch it at $1.60. If it does go, I'd be fucking sick if it does. I'll definitely be buying lower. So this is something like, this is a falling knife. I'm going to catch the whole knife.